My name is Naratika binti Rasaka, number matrix BB22110131. This presentation about SDG 9. Sustainable Development Goal 9 is an important component of the United Nations 2030 Sustainable Development Agenda, which aims to build resilient infrastructure, promote inclusive and sustainable industrialization, and encourage innovation. SDG 9 envisions infrastructure as the foundation for inclusive and sustainable economic growth, as well as ensuring equitable access to essential service for the entire population. By emphasizing inclusivity, SDG 9 aims to ensure that benefits of infrastructure development and industrialization are enjoyed equally by all city residents, which in turn strengthens social cohesion and reduces inequality. There are several issues in SDG 9. Firstly, universal access to infrastructure. Universal access to basic infrastructure such as electricity, clean water, and transportation is essential to improve the quality of life and enable inclusive economic development. Many developing countries still face challenges in providing universal access to basic infrastructure. This limited access can hamper economic growth and make it difficult for people to obtain the basic service they need. Example, in several areas in sub-Saharan Africa, there are still many people who do not have access to adequate electricity and clean water. This results in difficulties in meeting daily needs and limits opportunities for local economic development. Second, promotion of sustainable industrial development. Can create jobs, increase productivity, and encourage stable economic growth. Many countries face challenges in developing sustainable industrial sector, especially in terms of natural resource management and environmental protection. For example, in several developing countries, the agricultural and manufacturing industry still face problems in terms of efficiency and sustainability. Next, technological innovation and research. Innovation and technological research are important to spur economic development, increase competitiveness, and create sustainable solutions to global problems. Many countries still face challenge in building strong innovation ecosystem and supporting sustainable technology research. For example, developed countries such as the United States and Japan continue to invest huge funds in research and innovation in the technology sector, which help them maintain a leading position in global industry. Fourth, digital infrastructure. Strong digital infrastructure is important to support broad internet connectivity and equal access to information throughout the world. Many regions in the world still face gaps in internet access and a lack of adequate digital infrastructure. For example, in several developing countries, internet access is still limited in rural and remote areas, resulting in gaps in information and opportunities between urban and rural areas. Last but not least, improve infrastructure quality. Improving the quality of infrastructure such as roads, bridges, and transportation system is important to support economic growth and community welfare. Many countries still require large investment to improve the quality of their infrastructure, especially in less developed areas. In many countries in Southeast Asia, transportation infrastructure remains underdeveloped, causing, traveling, causing traffic jams and difficulty accessing rural areas. Investment and good planning are needed to improve the quality of this infrastructure.
Assalamualaikum and hello everyone. My name is Norisha binti Amir with number matrix BB2211000587. So I will present to you about challenges in SDG 9, which is before implementation and after implementation. So before implementation, we will discuss about the infrastructure deficit, induce realization, in innovation. After that, after implementation, we will focus on green infrastructure, inclusive industrialization, and advancing innovation. So for infrastructure deficit, basic infrastructure such as roads, bridges, and power supplies were either inadequate or entirely absent. This infrastructure gap was starkly visible in the urban rural divide, where rural areas lag for behind urban centers in terms of development. Up to date, in industrialization. This lack of industrialization was compounded by limited access to advanced technologies and innovation capabilities. Without a substantial industrial basis, this economic struggle to generate higher value-added activities and employment. Up to date, innovation. Innovation is sufficient investment in research and development, which is R&D, was a common issue, particularly in low and middle income countries. There was a significant gap in education and skills necessary to start forth innovation and advance in industry. So we will discuss about after implementation. Okay, challenges after implementation is a green infrastructure, develop environmentally sustainable infrastructure that minimize ecological footprint and support long-term environmental facilitating the transfer of advanced technologies to develop countries to spur industrial growth and innovation. After that, inclusive industrialization ensure that industrial growth benefits all segments of society, including a marginalization group, was crucial. Uh, Balanced economic growth with equity and environmental sustainability require innovative approach and robust policies. And advancing innovation, re- bridging the digital divide that widened future in the post-pandemic world. This is a pause after 2022. To that, ensuring equitable access to digital infrastructure and technology was essential for fostering innovation and across different regions. This all for challenges before and after implementation. Thank you.
Hello, I am Norma Zura binti Muhammad Saleh, metric card holder BB22161082. I would like to present about Malaysia's achievements in meeting the 9th Sustainable Development Goals, which is the Department of Economics and Social Affairs starting in 2017 until 2022. Since Malaysia committed to meeting the Sustainable Development Goals (SDGs) outlined by the United Nations, the country has shown significant progress in achieving SDG 9, which focus on building resilient infrastructure, promoting inclusive and sustainable industrialization, and fostering innovation. A comparison between the years 2017 and 2022 shows important achievements and change in aspect of infrastructure, industry, and innovation, as well as policy and institutional framework. 2017 was the start of development. In 2017, Malaysia began to show its commitment to SDG 9 with several major infrastructure projects that have just been completed or are in the early planning stage. The recently completed MRT Line 1 project is one of the major achievements, while projects such as the Penn-Borneo Waterway and the high-speed rail HSR between Malaysia and Singapore are in the early stage of implementation. Industrial zones such as Technology Park Malaysia (TPM) function as technology hubs, but the focus on digital transformation and innovation is still in its infancy. Investment in research and development (R&D) is increasing but still limited, and collaborative efforts between universities and industry are growing. The government's commitment to the SDG has only just begun, with the 11th Malaysia Plan (RMK11) including several strategies for sustainable development. In 2018, Malaysia progressed was in continuous improvement. In 2018, the improvement of the road network and public transport continued with the construction of MRT Line 2. The industrial zone developed with a focus on high-tech industry and increased assistance to small and medium enterprises (SMEs). More funds are being allocated for R&D and initiatives for technologies such as the Internet of Things (IoT) and artificial intelligence (AI) are beginning to gain attention. An increase in the monitoring and reporting of SDG progress is taking place, with more data being collected to monitor the progress. In 2019, Malaysia started to making some adjustment and innovation. 2019 saw an adjustment in infrastructure projects with the ECRL project announced again. The development of public transport projects such as the MRT and LRT continues, while industrial zones such as the Digital Free Trade Zone (DFTZ) are launched to drive e-commerce and innovation. Investment in new technologies such as 5G are increasing, and collaboration between industry and academia in R&D is strengthening. The RMK11 strategy is starting to show results with a clear focus on sustainable development. In 2020, it shows that how Malaysia responds to the pandemic. The COVID-19 pandemic in 2020 accelerated digital transformation in various sectors. Assistance to SMEs for digitization and innovation increased, with an emphasis on the use of digital technologies in response to the pandemic. Investment in R&D in health and technology is a priority. Policy adaptation and action plans are made to overcome the impact of the pandemic while maintaining commitment to the SDGs. The construction of MRT Line 2 made significant progress, and improvements to road and public transport infrastructure continued. 2021 was a recovery and sustainable development year for Malaysia to reach the SDG 9. The year 2021 marks the near completion of MRT Line 2 construction, with projects such as ECRL continuing to grow. The post-pandemic economic recovery is focused on sustainable development and digital transformation. SMEs receive more support for technology adaptation. Investment in green and sustainable technologies increase, with a focus on R&D to improve energy efficiency and clean technologies. SDG monitoring and reporting mechanism are strengthened, with clear clear policies for industrial development and technological innovation. Meanwhile, in 2022, Malaysia started to show its achievements and future planning. In 2022, Malaysia will show significant achievements in various areas of SDG 9. The MRT Line 2 project is almost complete, and planning for MRT Line 3 is underway. ECRL development is an advanced phase. Industrial and technology zones such as DFTZ continue to grow, driving industry growth. The focus continues on digital transformation and SMI innovation, with investment in new technologies such as 5G, AI, and IoT increasing. Collaboration between industry and academia is getting stronger, and the 12 Malaysia Plan (RMK12) places the deeper focus on sustainable development. SDG reporting has improved with more data and transparency.
Hello, my name is Farhani Sabitino Chani. My metric number BB2211023. I will presenting the solution part. The first solution is integrate infrastructure. Encourage collaboration between government and private sector to invest in infrastructure project. Use advanced technologies like IoT and AI for smarter infrastructure planning and management. Limited industrial capacity. Implement training and education program to enhance the skills of the workforce in industrial sectors.
provide easier access to financing for small and medium-sized enterprise (SME) to foster innovation and expansion. Technological gaps facilitate and transfer of technology from developer to developing countries through international cooperation, implement nationwide digital literacy progress to ensure widespread access and utilization of technology, climate change and environmental degradation, promote the use of sustainable materials and practice in construction and industrial process, increase the investment in renewable energy sources. The solution for the lack of financing: leverage international aid grants and low interest loans from global financial institutions for infrastructure development. Utilize microfinance and crowdfunding platform to gather small investment for larger infrastructure projects. Urbanization and pollution growth: develop smart city initiatives that integrate advanced technologies for efficient urban planning and management. Enhance public transportation network to reduce congestion and improve accessibility within urban areas. That's all from me. Thank you.
The Non-Sustainable Development Goal (SDG 9) focus on building resilient infrastructure, promoting inclusive and sustainable industrialization, and fostering innovation. Several factors hinder the achievement of this goal. The first is inadequate infrastructure. Many regions lack essential infrastructure such as roads, bridges, energy systems, and water supplies networks. This deficiency hinders economic growth and social development by limiting access to markets, services, and opportunities. The second is limited industrial capacity. Some countries struggle to develop their industrial sectors, which impedes job creation, economic diversification, and overall development. Without a robust industrial base, these countries remain dependent on primary commodities, which are often subject to volatile global prices. The third is technological gaps. Disparities in access to technology and innovation prevent communities from fully benefiting from advancements that could enhance living standards and economic productivity. This digital divide exacerbates existing inequalities and stifles potential growth. Next is climate change and environmental degradation. Increasingly, severe weather events and environmental degradation pose significant threats to existing infrastructure. To mitigate these risks, there, are, there is a pressing need for investment in resilience and sustainable infrastructure solution. The fifth factor is lack of financing. Insufficient investment in infrastructure and industrial development, particularly in developing countries, limits their capacity to achieve sustainable growth. These financial shortfalls hampers efforts to build the infrastructure necessary for economic and social progress. The last factor is urbanization and population growth. Rapid urbanization and population growth place immense strain on existing infrastructure and services. Addressing this challenge requires investments in smart and sustainable urban development solutions to ensure cities can accommodate their growing population without compromising quality of life. In summary, achieving SGD 9 demands concerted efforts to address inadequate infrastructure, limited industrial capacity, technological gaps, climate change, financing shortage, and the pressures of urbanization. By tackling this issue, we can pave the way for resilience, inclusive, and sustainable development.
Assalamualaikum and hello everyone. My name is Nar Ashikin binti Marsuki with my metric number PB221105119, and I will be present about conclusion SDG 9. From SDG 9, we can conclude that SDG 9 highlight the critical role of resilient infrastructure, sustainability, industrialization, and innovation in achievement sustainable development. By investing in quality infrastructure and promoting inclusive industrial growth, we can drive economic progress, reduce inequalities, and create job opportunities. Encouraging innovation and adopting clean technologies are essential for environmental sustainability. Additionally, increased access to financial service and digital technology ensure broader participation in economic activity. Global cooperation and support are vital to achieve this target, ultimately leading to a more inclusive, resilient, and prosperous world. That's all from our group, and thank you.